Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of SimAirport. The crisis at the runway has been averted. It only took me to restart the game to have all of them move around again. But it does kind of point out the fact that we've got a little bit of a challenging situation on our hands in terms of congestion on our airside traffic. So it's something that we have to start looking at. The one thing I did want to quickly start this series with, or this this episode with, is to actually expand this area a little bit over here so that we can have those remote stand pickup areas. So what I was tempted on doing was something like this. How much room do we have? So we can do it one in there, from there and there. So I wanted to do that as a starting point, and then I wanted to go and grab ourselves a little bit of foundation. And no, really? So we cannot. Well, if that's the case, we need to cancel these guys immediately, and we need to find ourselves a different spot for them. Over here, we're kind of using a fair bit of space for this. And if we were to do a similar thing over here, our cafe would be so much smaller. Should we do it anyway? Should we do it anyway and see how it goes? Maybe they can just kind of stay seated over here somewhere, or even over there. Let's do it. Let's do it nonetheless, and we'll see how it goes. We might have to move it again. It's not going to be pretty, I can tell you that much. And it's probably best we kind of do it to the one side over here, because we've got the kitchen sorted and things over there. So let's do it to the one side over there. What I'll do is I will just go ahead and dismantle some of these things, just to make a little bit more room for the doors. But yeah, this is going to be a tight squeeze over here, guys. But I do want to see if we can make this a pretty effective little satellite terminal. So let's get that remote stands up over here. I want to do one on this side and one on that side, and that's going to be awesome. Now let's see, do we have room for additional vehicles? Some of you suggested in the comments, and I do appreciate the comments all the time, suggested that we should be looking at I'm doing this wrong. Suggested that we should be looking at adding one extra bus for the apron. So if we've got 2 remote stands, 3 buses is about the right mix. I'm not sure, but it does sound like, yeah, that means that there's a little bit of extra flexibility there. How did we do this? We kind of did it center, but this time I'm gonna try and do it a little differently. Let's grab the door quickly. So guys, I do very much appreciate your support when it comes to comments and likes and subscribe and all those kind of things. I do appreciate it, and so please do it again for this episode if you enjoy it and you would like to see some more stuff. Everything is being built. I can grab and put a few extra hangers in place. That's kind of the idea. Medium hangers. Can we squeeze in a couple? Something like that maybe, and something like this. Yeah, we'll add some extra hangers over here. We can try and add an extra little area there. Did we manage to get that sorted? Yeah, that works well. Oh, this is something I think it kind of works okay to not have the queue here. I'm tempted to do that. So let's, I want to dismantle these ticketing kiosks. Come on. I want to dismantle them. I want to move them. So as soon as they are moved, we'll do that. And what I want to do is I want to get rid of the queues, because I think, for some reason, I think it's okay just like that, right? And And then the only queue we have over here is for the kind of the business class guys, and everybody else just kind of runs to where they want to go. It kind of looks like it works, so I'm going to leave it like that for a little bit and see what we get from there. We've got conference rooms and stuff over here. We've got a sales rep, and yeah, I think there's a lot going on at the airport. I just want to make sure we don't get planes stuck on this again. Okay, we need to get our gate agent stuff going on. So let's get our gates. One there and one there. I did do the queuing thing on this side, and maybe what we do on this side instead of doing the queuing thing, we actually let it go and not do queuing. Okay, and so what I wanted to do is I actually want to... Okay, let's get it all built first, and then we'll switch it around. Let's assign a couple of vehicles. I need a few more apron buses. So we'll add a couple more apron buses for now, and maybe let's add a third. I think 5 between the 4 stands is probably maybe a good ratio. And I'll grab 2 additional baggage cars to see how that works. Excellent. So now those things are sorted out. So now I need to assign it to... Okay, hang on. Stop. So what do we have over here? We've got B1 to B4, and then this is B5. So actually this... Let's go B8. Okay. Then this one we go to call B7. This goes B6, and this one then becomes B5. Excellent. So those are sorted in there. I do want to kind of assign this to here and there. Thank you. And then this one, I want to assign to... I want to unassign this side. And I'm going to assign it over here. Excellent. Then this one is assigned over there, and what we'll do is we'll assign that one there and there. Okay, so now everything's assigned, so we can actually start getting it used. Whether there's guys that will immediately start boarding here, I don't know, but we'll see. Oh, we're immediately dropping people off on this side. Okay, people are coming to work here, checking in. I think it's okay. If the planes aren't too big, I think that would work, and it'll be okay. And the idea is now that before the end of the day, we'll move all of the flights from that side to these, and that'll be our first little satellite terminal. We will then have to look at how we're going to go ahead and expand our runway. And I'm pretty keen to purchase an additional piece of land over here and move it out a little bit so we can do a much better runway and taxiway setup. That's kind of the idea. None of these things are proving to be too problematic in terms of queuing. So what I'll do is let's get those ticketing desks in place, ticketing desks or kiosks instead. How many do we have in stock? We've got like 4 of them in stock. So let's see about adding a few more in here. So, and let's want to make sure that there's plenty of opportunity to be ticketing and going all out. Oh, and I do want to expand this area and make that a proper piece as well. There's so many little things that I do want to do, and this is quite busy with all of this happening here. Okay, so actually let's quickly go to our scheduling, and I want to go ahead and move the gates from, or the flights from A3 to the other small ones over here, and we can obviously also pick up some more bigger flights as well. But so A3 and A4 we need to move over. So let's go ahead and see how we can squeeze that in as best possible. Something like that maybe, and then a little something over there, a bit of a gap in between there. This one's a little bigger, so we'll try and squeeze it. Ooh, why is that invalid? Oh, what? Oh, it's on this side. My bad. My bad. I think we're offsetting them pretty nicely at the moment, so it's not too bad. So we'll squeeze that one in there. Yeah, I do think it's working pretty well. So if we tap over one that way, yeah, that's pretty good. Now let's see what we can do. Okay, I think we're doing well. One more, say, over there, and one more kind of over there somewhere. Perfect. Now let's get this big guy maybe in there. Two at the same time, maybe not too good, but I think it's okay. Yeah, I think this is actually offset pretty nicely now. Nothing is kind of arriving exactly at the same time. Even from departure's point of view, it's also pretty good. Okay, so A3 and A4 tomorrow will not be in use, so we're moving all of our passengers to the satellite now. We are also still looking for a couple of additional big ones, but I'm not in the mood for the 767s just yet. I don't think we can actually accommodate that. So I could have just checked that all the way through. So we don't have any of the big ones. Question though, can we grab, can we for instance accept that guy and then squeeze it in on a large gate? We can. So let's try and squeeze in a couple more of those. So that should be okay. It's a pretty small flight, so we could actually just make it a little shorter like that. So that gives us a little bit of extra flights coming in, and we'll keep an eye on that. Maybe we'll schedule some more of the smaller flights anyway. I think we're getting people through here pretty quickly and effectively. And we do need to tie up that other piece, and tomorrow we'll close out that section. Yeah, it'll be pretty good. Okay, so now the next big thing for us, in my mind, is to get the escalator to come in here. So give me the escalator down. And I'll just kind of swap that around. But the idea is that I'm getting the escalator down to squeeze in kind of right over there. And then people will exit through that way. So that's the escalator down right over there. And then what we need to do is get our construction guys going on. We'll get our bit of our foundation running. And we'll squeeze that in there. So perfect. So now we'll actually provide an escalator connection over here. We might still do that same escalator on that side to go down. This one we'll have to flip around to come up. But all of that's pretty good. So that section is going to be sorted out now. All of this needs to be built still, so please go ahead and do that. Actually want to switch directions on that. Thank you. So these guys can come up here and exit straight away that way. These guys kind of run that way. So I think it should be okay. That's the end of the day. Let's quickly have a look at what happened with our finances. Did we grab a perfect ops? No, we did not. So quickly, let's have a look at that first. I do want to understand what went wrong. Whoa. Did we have a number of them go wrong? So why is that? Ah, A4. And this one, B7? It's a little funny. Ah, you know what? You know what we didn't do? We didn't assign this guy over there and that guy over there. We need to do that. So maybe that has something to do with it, but other than that, don't quite know. Hopefully that'll be better now. We've got buses and things going on. I'm hoping the queuing in this area does work. Otherwise, we may have to do a little bit of a different queuing operation. But all in all, it's not too bad over here. Upstairs, the layout looks pretty decent. Very small little bathroom that we've got going on over there. Okay, keep going. What's going on? Workers can't repair this object because no toolboxes are available. Okay, so we need to expand our maintenance area with more toolboxes as well. There's a lot of maintenance that has to happen. So let's grab an extra toolbox. Oh, I still wanted to check what our income was like. Okay, 2 more toolbox racks is fine. Let's quickly have a look at our profit and loss for yesterday. Day 41. We made about 100k and we spent 250. Even that, we spent 250 on the materials. Our tax is pretty low, so I'm not too bothered by that. But we do need to ramp up our cash flow so that we can squeeze in a little bit more stuff, man. So I'll up that one a little bit, and then this one will up a little bit again. So we'll try that. I'm hoping it's not going to be too heavy of an impact on the airlines. And as we allocate some more rep space and so on, might do a few things. Actually, we might do this entire stretch as a rep space. Could be a good idea. Oh, we can get rid of this. Okay, so let us go ahead and build a wall over there. Thank you so much. And we'll start dismantling all of these bits and pieces that's currently attracting so much attention. Let's dismantle that, dismantle that, dismantle this one and that one. Perfect. Let's just dismantle most of this. I can probably just grab the tool. We'll just run the tool like so. Excellent. So that dismantling over there should be fine. Now we just need to get rid of the queuing. Over here, let's shrink those queues. Nice. Perfect. Okay, getting rid of all of that. So we should be able to sort that out. But once that's closed off, we can get rid of those doors, and then we can almost just open a little corridor in here and have offices in here for like the reps, right? Excellent. I think we're doing well. So now everything is going to happen through there. So the one thing I did want to do is, are we seeing passengers arriving? Yes, we are indeed. See, oh, and this hasn't even been opened up yet. So let's quickly dismantle these walled sections over here, like so. And I was kind of thinking we probably can do an extra walkway to make things happen a little quicker over there. We could also expand that area a little bit. Maybe we should just do that altogether. I don't think it's not a requirement, but it might be cool to just kind of do that. So we kind of sort that out a little bit. Nice. So now everybody can come up quite nicely. Did we have a plane arrive here? Why are people going out that way if there is no planes that are arriving? Okay, all of our buses are running, getting people out of there. We do need to get some fueling going on, I'm sure. Ah, people are hanging out over here. Ah, it's working. It's a bit of a mess, but it's working. Passengers probably don't like it a lot, but I don't think it's too bad actually. Can we have a look and see if our first flights are out on time? Yeah, our first flights are out on time. This one needs to leave. Is out on just the nick of time though. That one's late. So yeah, so there's a few things. Our operation is not that efficient. We definitely have a bit to go in terms of getting this operation a little bit more efficient. So now with that in mind, let's dismantle that, and that one. We'll put the doors in the walls back in there, and then we'll open up this little section so that we see about getting some offices in there. I think that's pretty good use of that space. That is a pretty good use of that space. Excellent. Now grab some walls. Get those things sorted out. Fill that in. My planes are not getting stuck at the moment. Can we expand this? Almost enough money to do that expansion over there, but that'll take all of our cash. So I'm glad that we are now, how many episodes into this series, and we've finally got a satellite terminal. We are not actually having any flights connected straight onto our area over here. So let's go ahead and dismantle that piece there. And then we'll be sure to have a little bit of a corridor going on. Let's dismantle the plant as well, so the guys can at least try and walk around in there. Let's have a look and see if that does work. I'm going to go ahead and grab us a couple of 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so that is kind of how it's going to work, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's an office. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's one. And there you go. And there you go. 4 offices. The question is, do we need additional kind of well, we can actually swap them around between them. Oh, and perfect, that's fine. These can actually be conference rooms as well. Let me grab some doors to just squeeze them in there so the guys can actually go ahead and get out. We'll do that. Excellent. Now we've got lots of office space for some reps for the other guys, and I'm hoping maybe we should go ahead and get that done straight away. We've reached $1 million. Okay, keep going with the day. We'll continue that, and what I'm keen on is getting a few offices in place. And maybe what we do is we start the offices on this side. We'll start with like maybe 5 of them. Now let's go with 4 offices, and then let's get the office desk in there. Thank you so much. Do that, and that, and then the chair, the office chair it is. Swing it around, that and that and that. Okay, so those offices should be sufficient, right? That's all they need in there. Fine. So now we can get some more reps in there. We're also busy researching what exactly. Is it the LRT system? No. Light rail transit's already there. So maybe we should start spending this cash on that light rail transit a little bit. So let's grab that. Say LRT, please. So the LRT platform, can we... Oh, it has to go in over here. See, I've never been a big fan of having it located like this, but anyway, we will slot it in like that. So we'll build ourselves that LRT piece. Do we need pedestrian crossings? I cannot remember. Pedestrian crossing, yes, crosswalks. So what we'll do is I will try and line it up like so, and we will do the similar thing over here, and then we need sidewalk. I would like a sidewalk to run straight through there and straight through there. Perfect. Through the maintenance department and all, you know, all of that. But I think that'll work. Hopefully that'll help us out a little bit in terms of getting more people through here quicker. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. If only we can get our flights out of here on time. Yeah, some of them are pretty bad. No, not that bad, but some of them do get bad. We're not great at getting people out onto their flights quick enough. Over here we could use like an ATM. Let's grab ourselves an ATM. We have like 2 of them in stock, so let's just squeeze like a ATM in there. Oh, yes, and if we go down here, what I'll just do is I'll just get rid of this piece, dismantle all of that. Thank you very much. And then the idea would be that we do need to give ourselves an escalator over here. But we'll do that at the end of the day, because it's just going to be easier if we just do it once off. Once all of the flights are through, and I believe they are all through now. They're all there. Let's quickly have a look. Yeah, the last ones are all at the gates. So I believe everybody is through security here. Don't think we've got anybody still coming. Okay, so what we need to do is I am getting to the end of the day, so let's go ahead and dismantle that one, and then we'll grab ourselves an escalator that goes down. And I want to squeeze that in there as soon as that thing has been removed. Excellent. Now get that back in there. That should be fine. We may have to expand that a little bit. I'm kind of tempted to just have a look at the moving walkway. Not sure it's very appropriate to squeeze it in there. Yeah, because it's going to be just like that. Actually, it's probably fine. It's probably fine. Let's just... but I don't think they can actually... Let's build it and we'll see what we can get from it. Okay, now let's quickly go out of this. Let's have a look and see. Perfect up bonus, we're not even close, right? Yeah, not even close. Profit and loss statement for the day before. We made a fair bit of cash. We're still a little bit under in terms of getting an extra area purchased over here. But other than that, I think we're looking pretty good. We do need to link up some stuff. So why are these guys, what are they doing? Are you stuck? No. Oh, the runway. Okay. So yeah, we may also be struggling to get all of these planes through the runway. And something we do need to look at maintenance, right? No, maintenance. We need to say maintenance on the runway cannot possibly start at midnight, okay? We need to take that a little later so that the guys can actually get out of the way. Because if you're just a little late on departure, then that's a bit of a struggle. We could even let's just start at a 1 and see how that goes. Okay, all of that's done. Now, oh, they're still building that. Yeah, that's I don't know what the not sure why these guys are kind of waiting for some stuff. Can you guys please build this? Can we just make this super high priority, please? The guys are actually using it, even though it's not built. But I do want to get that built. This is underway over here also. But it's already kind of working. Is that finished? Yeah, perfect. So now that is looking pretty good. People are using that straight away. Nice. That's good. Got tons of people using the ATMs and the vending machines and all the likes. People kind of hanging out over here. I don't know why exactly you would be hanging out over here if you're pursuing the LRT platform. That's a bit of a bummer. Is that thing built? It is built. It's running people in and out pretty quickly, so probably there's another bit of a restart required to get some of these guys out of the way. These queues are kind of working. There's a little bit of a kind of something good about the chaos concept that's running over here. But I think our first satellite is pretty decent. Oh, let's quickly get ourselves, hire a few more of these reps. I want okay, let's cancel that. Let's just have a look. What does it say when you do that? We've got 1, so let's up that to 5, please. Thank you, 5 of them, and they'll all have their offices over there. I believe they should be able to get in there. Yes, they've got their slots over there. Going in to do that. Okay, let's quickly assign the reps to the other guys. So if we go to aero time, I want to please assign one of the unassigned reps. Okay, so you can go ahead. You're the new rep for them. Then we'll go ahead and say star flight. Select a rep again. We'll get you. Okay, so you've got a rep now. Okay, so now we're going to slowly move ourselves down. So Pacific Airlines, you get a rep. Thank you. So now that's with 4 flights. So now there's a ton of these with 3 flights. So who's offering us pretty decent flights though? Anything? Yeah, actually, I don't mind you at all. So let's just get you a rep as well. And you're the last one. So you got the rep over there. Hopefully that does some stuff for us. I hope our conference facilities here is good enough to deal with that. There's a lot of passengers here that's kind of seem to be stuck and not doing the thing they should be doing. Over here also. So I'm hoping it's okay. But guys, I am going to call that the end of the episode. We've got the first finished satellite terminal going on. There's a lot happening over here, and we do need to start our expansion pretty seriously so that we can get our airside traffic flow to work a little bit better. And we do need to get those perfect ops bonuses to be working again. If you do like this stuff, please hit that like button. I do appreciate the support. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and do leave your comments down below. Tell me what you think and if you have any questions. See you next time. Bye bye.